Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. In this video I'll be completing the challenge set last video of whether I can complete Pokemon Leaf Green with just one Rhyhorn. Last time out I finished by defeating the 4th gym leader, Erica, after a lot of grinding which led to Rhyhorn get to level 52, which has set me up very well for the rest of this challenge. The first battle in this video is against Team Rocket leader Giovanni, who at this point is significantly lower level than Rhyhorn, and it led to an easy sweep with Earthquake on his 3 Pokemon and the battle being over. Next up was the Poison type gym. Rhyhorn is part ground type, which is super effective against poison, but it won't be available for all the Pokemon in this battle in this gym, as some of them have the levitate ability that resists ground type moves. After landing consecutive rock tombs without coughing being healed, he was taken down without damaging Rhyhorn. Followed was Muck, who I was able to one-shot with Earthquake. Then another coughing came out who was 1-2 shot, then finally a Wheezing. Wheezing gave me some issues by inflicting Rhyhorn with poison, but in the end I was able to take it out and the battle was over. After that I made my way to Saffron City, where I got to the Sylph Co and ran into Gary, where we had another battle. His team again has improved significantly and gave me more issues than previous battles I had had with him, but other than Charizard at the end, who was able to land consecutive flamethrower due to Rock Tomb missing, but once an attack had landed, he was taken down and the battle was over. Shortly followed was the Giovanni boss battle. His team is ground type led and his ground is super effective against itself, meaning that as long as Rhyhorn could outspeed his Pokemon, it would be a plain sailing and this battle would be simple. With Rhyhorn's significant level difference to Giovanni's Pokemon, Rhyhorn did outspeed all of his Pokemon and they were all taken out without them landing an attack on Rhyhorn. Next up was the Psychic type gym. Psychic type Pokemon typically have low defense stats and therefore are vulnerable to attack like Pokemon such as Rhyhorn, who can use high damaging moves like Earthquake, which meant that this battle was one and done before it even started with an easy sweep. After that, I went to Cinnabar Island, and after retrieving the secret key from Cinnabar Mansion, I took on the Fire type gym. Due to Rhyhorn's type, this battle was a one-sided affair, and all his Pokemon swooped with Earthquake without putting up a significant fight. Straight after that I flew to Viridian City to take on Giovanni, but this time as a gym leader. As mentioned last time I faced him, Rhyhorn's abilities to use ground type moves make this an easy battle, which this was as well, and I swooped all of his Pokemon with ease, which now means I have won all 8 gym badges and I'm ready to face the Elite Four. Before I could go to Victory Road, I ran into my rival again. I was able to take out his Pidgeot without too much trouble, and the same with his Execute, but the Gyarados managed to land a Hydro Pump that one-shot Rhyhorn, which therefore meant this battle was going to be over and I was going to have to do more grinding. After going back and taking on trainers that I missed, I got Rhyhorn to level 65 and went on to take Gary again. On the second attempt, I took down the Pidgeot, but due to paralysis and Solar Beam, the Execute took Rhyhorn down. I tried again at level 70 and got through Pidgeot and Execute, but failed again at the Gyarados once more. I tried for a 4th time at level 73 and I was met with the same fate as before. On attempt 5 I grinded to level 77 and finally I outsped the Gyarados and dodged the Hydro Pump and was able to take it out and move on to the rest of Gary's Pokemon, who didn't have a type advantage against Rhyhorn, and I was able to finish the battle. Honestly, this battle took about 3.5 hours to complete and it took a lot of effort, but I can finally move on to the Elite Four. I'm just begging that I have the same issues in the Champion battle. After travelling through Victory Road, I took on the first Elite Four member, Lorelei. The battle started off very well, with Dugong and Cloyster going down without landing a large portion of damage, but then Jinx came out and one-shot Rhyhorn with just one Ice Punch. I went back to Victory Road to level up Rhyhorn to level 80 to see if it would make a difference. The battle started similarly to last time, with Lorelei's first 2 Pokemon going down with ease, but Jinx one-hit Rhyhorn once again with Ice Punch and the battle was over. One more push got Rhyhorn to level 84, and I was finally able to outspeed the Jinx and take it down in one attack, and then went on to the one-shot her last 2 Pokemon and finished the battle. Next up was the second Elite Four member, Bruno. Bruno's Pokemon typically a low speed Pokemon, which meant that as long as I could one-hit his Pokemon, this battle would be a lot easier than the previous one, and this is what ended up happening, and the battle ended very quickly. After defeating Bruno, I was on to the third Elite Four member, Agatha. After being confused and missing numerous attacks, I was finally able to take down the first Pokemon, Gengar. Followed was a Golbat who was taken down with a Horn Drill, and then a third Pokemon was Haunter. At this point I'd run out of PP and Rock Tomb, the only move that I can do damage with, and therefore the battle was over. Before going into the Elite Four again, I did some research and found where PP restoring items are located across the region, and got enough so that I could restore before each battle and give Rhyhorn the best chance of success. Before I get back to Agatha for a rematch, getting to her was a huge trouble and harder than getting her home in the first place, so that I did a lot of trading and used all the rare candies I could find to get Rhyhorn up to level 94. And I still couldn't take down her Lapras. I set out to grind to get Rhyhorn to level 100 as it's the best chance I've got. It took me about 3 hours in total to get Rhyhorn up to level 100, but eventually I went back and took on Lorelei again. Thankfully this time Lapras went down with one Rock Tomb and I could carry on with the Elite Four after an Earthquake on the Slowbro. And finally returned to Agatha and was able to take out her first 4 Pokemon without taking any damage and was left with her last Gengar, who landed a Shadow Ball, but 2 Rock Tombs later and he was down. I didn't think any battle would be worse than the previous Gary battle, but this was up there and it took ages to level up my Rhyhorn. After a long time waiting, I was on to the last Elite Four member, Lance. This battle was a well earned break from grinding and researching after it was an easy sweep with Rhyhorn taking limited damage along the way. And this was it. After all the grinding and research to get to this point, it was my last challenge against my rival, well now champion, Gary. I saved before going into this battle as I didn't want to have to deal with the hell that Lorelei gave me and felt like it was deserved after all the work I'd done. The battle started well with his first 2 Pokemon going down in one hit, but the Exeggutor then one-shot me with Giga Drain and I had to restart. Second time around I took down the first 2 Pokemon down easily, and then one hit KO'd the Exeggutor, but then the Gyarados one-shot me with Hydro Pump. On my 5th attempt I was able to land the consecutive Horn Drills and was able to move on to his Alakazam. Alakazam was a one-shot with Earthquake and then moved on to his Charizard, who unfortunately has a 4 times weakness to Rock, and 1 Rock Tomb was able to finish him off. The battle was finally over and I am now the champion. This run was 100 times harder than my first one, and was a very good test of my knowledge and ability at the Pokemon games. Soon I'm going to bring in some new Let's Play series to this channel, and other types of content, but I will keep up the challenges along with that. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any suggestions for future challenges, let me know via my Twitter or in the comments down below. Thanks for watching, and also don't forget to like and subscribe so you know when my next video comes out. Cheers.